Hello everyone, this is Angie at Stampin' with Amore, and look at this box. I had to turn it sideways to fit it into the camera, but it is such a good size. But this box, as you know, I'm a baker, and I love giving little gifts to my friends and my neighbors and co-workers and stuff like that. So I think last year I purchased a box that had like candy in it. It was similar to this. It was a lot larger. So that was my inspiration for this box. I wanted to do one that will hold some cookies. And it was a lot bigger. So I wanted to fit it using a 12 by 12. So I changed the dimensions, and this is the box I came up with. And I call it my Awning Cookie Box because, oops, I was inspired by the little cards that I see a lot of awning cards lately. So I put a little awning on this box, and I thought it really came out cute. I'm so excited to share it with you. So this is what I'm going to show you how to do today. The one I'm going to make today is Melon Mambo. So let's get started. And you are going to need a piece of 12 by 12 Whisper White. And you know that I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I love the Stampin' Up cardstock. That is one of the reasons I became a demonstrator, because I was buying the cardstock a lot. And so I decided I wanted to get a discount, but then I got so excited about Stampin' Up and their products, I started to become a demonstrator. So that's my little story. But anyway, we are going to score this Whisper White at 1/2 inch. And it's harder for me to score on this side, but I wanted to show you scoring on this side. I don't want to confuse anyone. And then 3 inches is the next score mark. And then 6 1/4. And then 8 3/4. And then we turn it and score it at 3, and then at 10. Okay, so that's our scoring. But I will sharpen all these, and make sure when you do your boxes, you're always sharpening up your score lines, because you want crisp, clean corners. I'm going to do that on here. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to mat this whole piece. And we're only going to mat the center section for now. I have some smaller pieces that we'll put up at the top over our awning. But we're just going to do the center pieces right now. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to show you this pack, because I want to show you how beautiful this paper is. And look at the colors and the different designs that it comes in. And I love this. This is the Brights pack. And it's the Designer Series paper pack. Isn't that pretty? I love those papers. And the Melon Mambo is what I am using today, and it's this pattern. So what we're going to do first is you're going to mat every one of these pieces in the center. I'm not going to do that because I wanted to show you how I put the window in, and I already did it on another piece. So let's set that aside, and this is the window that I put in there. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my magnetic plate, and I am going to show you the process. And I am using these square framelits, and I'm using the 4th one from the center, which will be this one. And how I do that is, this is the magnetic platform I'm always bragging about that I love so much. It's so easy for things like cutting windows like this, and for holding your framelits in place. So what you do is you set your paper on here, and this is such a big piece. This is why I'm showing you how I did it. And then you just set this in the center. Of course, it won't be cut out, but you center it into the center of this one rectangle. And I fold this up so that it fits in. Put your plate over the top, run it through your Big Shot, and you are going to have one square cut out. The next thing you do is you just move this up and you just close it back up, put your other plate on, and then you're going to run it through again. And that's how you'll get the window cut out. Again, if you have any questions, please just leave me a comment, and I always go and check my comments, and I will answer you as soon as I can. But that's how you'll get your window for this. So then let's go ahead and mat the rest of it. Let me grab my snail. Okay, look how pretty that is. That's our all the matting that we're going to put on right now. And then what we're going to do is we are going to cut this little rectangle right here out, which is going to form a tab. And this is your short side. This side doesn't have the crease, the score marks. So this is the only side you are going to cut that. And then we're going to cut up. Now look at this. This has a longer side, and this is the shorter side. And we are going to use the shorter side. We're going to cut up each one of these score lines to your first score mark. And these are going to form your flaps. I hope you're able to see. I'm trying to get it all. This, you know, cardstock is so big. It's so hard to get everything into the camera. So I hope you can see it all. Okay, so these are our flaps. And then this is going to be the top. Okay, so let me grab some sticky strip. And we're going to put, I'm going to go ahead and use my sticky strip because I'll probably use this box since I really love these boxes, how it turned out. Whoop. And a little trick to getting long pieces off like this is to grab it from the center and see how quick and easy that'll pull off. And then take this and meet it to the other side. And then I forgot to put the window sheet in. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go, it's still not too late. I still have this bottom and the top open, so you can still put it in. Always put it in before you seal it shut. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm sorry. But okay, I'm going to use some snail, and always do it right to the edge, your snail of the window sheet. And this window sheet piece is 5.5 by 3 inches. And I don't think I gave you the measurements yet to the matting pieces, which I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm doing today. It just doesn't seem to want to go right. So, oh my goodness. Okay, so let me open this up and set this inside, and I want to make sure I get this good here. It's so much easier doing it the other way. I got a little piece of paper there, but I'm going to leave that alone. So there we go. Now I got the window in. And then we're going to seal up the bottom. And always put your front flap back. And I'm going to use some sticky strip again on the bottom. Let's see, I want to put it on this piece. I don't know, today is one of those days. It seems like every time I'm doing a video, I'm having one of those days. I'm so sorry. All right. I know everyone has those days, right? All right, so there we have it. That's pretty much the box. So now what you're going to do is you're going to just squeeze in here. And I like to try to push out the sides. The little creases right here, I like to have them going out. I'm not going to go crazy with it, but you can always fool with it later. But as you see what I mean, I like that to be out like that. So you can just squeeze it up at the top. And then we're going to fold this over. And I'm going to just take my bone folder and just, because there's a lot of layers, I think like 4 layers of paper here. And I'm just going to, and I didn't have a Melon Mambo little clip clothespin, so I'm going to use this, it's the new Blackberry Bliss, and this is the new designer clothespins, which I love these. But I didn't have a Melon Mambo when I wanted to do it Melon Mambo. I'm going to just hold it there for now because we're going to put on our other pieces, our little awning. Okay, here's our little awning. And this piece is 3 1/8 by 1 1/2. And before I forget, see, I told you nothing's going right. I want to give you the measurements for the matting pieces because I don't think I gave them to you. So the matting pieces for the Designer Series papers is 2 1/4 by 6 3/4. And you need 2 pieces of that. Then you need 2 pieces of 3 inches by 6 3/4 inches. And then you need 2 pieces of 1 inch by 3 1/8 inch. Okay, so the awning piece, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and score it. And we're going to score it at 3/4 of an inch from that scallop. So I just hold it up there, the scalloped edge up to the 3/4 inch, and then just score down. And then what else I did is I scored in between each one of these just to give it a little bit, to look a little bit more like the awnings, the old-fashioned kind of awnings. You don't really have to do it, but it adds a little extra. So there we go. And we are going to fold that piece over. And I'm going to stick some nail on the back here. Hook it into that. And then I'm going to stick that piece right here, centered. And then we're going to take our other 2 pieces, and these are the 1 inch by 3 1/8 inch. And we will put these on now. And just put it on top where your awning is. And then put the other one on the other side. And I like to try to get that to stand up. So I just fooled with it a little bit so it would kind of stick out a little. And you can do that just like that. It's so cute. And then the stamp sets that I'm using, and for the scallop, I use the large scallop, which is this one. It's the edgelet, one of the Stampin' Up! Edgelets. And the stamp sets that I'm using is this polka dot pieces, and I'm going to use this flower and this smaller flower. And I did use these little leaves. I stamped them and punched the leaves out. And then the flower I'm going to go ahead and do for you. And then I'm using this Enjoy. And this is from Num Num. And I've used this before in some of my videos. And I really love this. And I already stamped that so that you wouldn't have to wait and watch me cut it out. So that's this piece, and these are the little leaves. And then let me grab another piece of Whisper White and some Melon Mambo ink, and I'll stamp this little, this is the larger flower from the polka dot pieces. And then I'll do the smaller flower also. And then we are going to use some punches, and we're going to use the 1 3/4 punch to punch out the larger one. And then we are going to use the 1 1/4 for the smaller. And I'm going to take some dimensionals and put one in the center here and pop up the little flower on top. And then I'm also going to pop it up on my box. Set it right there. And then I'll take a few glue dots to put the little leaves on. I'll put one there, one there, I actually made a little bow using some Melon Mambo ribbon. I'm going to cut that a little bit, those edges here. Take another glue dot and put that on here. And then I'm going to attach this to the top. Just like that. So, there you have it. Aren't they adorable? Here's the other one that I did, and I just love this little box. It's so, so cute for cookies, and you even put candy or whatever in there. But if you need any supplies, you can go to my blog at stampingwithamore.com and order any from my shop there. And I just hope you enjoyed the project. I'm sorry for all the bloopers today. I hope you understand. If you have any questions, just go to my blog or leave me a comment on my YouTube channel. But thanks so much. Everyone have a blessed day. Thank you. Bye.